Okay, the delusional challenge. Why delusion? You have to be delusional in that you have to see what's not already there. And in some respects, some people think that's delusional, right? But it's a delusion in a good way, right? You're actually borrowing from your future self. You're borrowing the confidence, who you are, the identity. And in that respect, if you've studied, law of attraction, or let's say the quantum field, you know that as within, so without. So you're seeing what's there before it's there. And you're using that to drive you forward. It's that kind of delusional thinking. So when you're creating with video, you have an idea of where you want to be as a creator, why you're doing it. If that's very strong within you, and if it's not, you definitely want to put some work into why you want to create videos in the first place. If you're 45 years or older, then you definitely have some experience and expertise and so on to help others. And they'll actually help you in return. It's the idea of 1,000 true fans. You only need that 1,000 true fans to actually make it in this world, right? But it's being delusional enough to think you're going to get there when, let's say, you only have like 500 subscribers or whatever, right? But it's that vision that you move forward with. And in this challenge, what I've done is I've set up simple systems that are built on evergreen principles, meaning you're not trying to chase the algorithm. You're actually delving into things that are much older than technology and internet and everything that we're doing right now. So these evergreen principles are used regardless on the technology. And it's grounding the creation process in that, while at the same time utilizing technology like AI. I've actually gone through and set up simple principles and systems, and these are all based on things that I've learned personally, but also things that I've learned from other people. Taking video challenges that other people have done, learning different skills from different trainings from other people. So I've incorporated a lot of different elements into this video challenge and put it all into an AI, which will guide you through it. So it's also going to be a little bit more spicy than a typical video challenge, because a typical video challenge, let's say you're just doing a video every day, right? Everybody's going to be doing the same process. But what if, you've created a bunch of videos? Like I've already created over 500 videos. So my thought process is, okay, I want to sharpen my skills on a certain thing like storytelling. And so in that sense, I might have a different cadence, meaning I will put out, let's say one video every 3 days instead of one every day. So there are some main categorical differences. When you join the challenge, you can choose to make a video every day. You can choose other elements that kind of gear towards what you want to sharpen the saw on, so to speak. And in that sense, it's a cool challenge. You can go through, pick what your problem is right now, that you're experiencing, and then delve into the challenge and get guided by AI along the way in a responsible way. I give you some pointers on how to use AI responsibly so you're not actually inhibiting your creativity, because it's already proven that if you just use AI to just spit out all kinds of content, creatively you're actually stunting your own growth. And over time, you actually get less creative, not more, right? That has definitely been proven. So you want to use AI responsibly. And I've gone through and I can show you different ways that I'm starting to use it responsibly and testing ways that I can still stay creative while actually utilizing AI to make it easier or faster and so on. But on top of that, you'll get daily elements via email. And then on top of that, there's also a free group you can join in school. It's a small, ever-growing group, and you can basically get support along the way with your challenge. So all those different elements are definitely going to be toward your succeeding. And all this is for free. But you do want to recognize a few principles. And that is, first, you have to have slightly delusional thinking. And then the other part of this is the way shows up as you go. It's kind of like when Indiana Jones needs to get across the cavern, and he basically has to step forward, trusting that the bridge will appear as he does so. And it does. And so the creative process, when you do this, happens the same way. You go before you're ready, and you trust in the process to help you along the way. Epiphanies start appearing, synchronicities, so on and so forth. It's not always roses and rainbows, but you do have, when you do have that trust and you start the process, amazing things do happen, and you start to actually grow from the whole experience itself. The other part that's kind of fun is there are people that are dumber and not doing it as well as you might think you could do it, right? They're successful, right?
So somewhere right now, there's someone dumber than you making more money. There's someone less qualified than you getting the promotion, and there's someone who's less attractive and less charismatic than you crushing it in relationships. You're not stuck because you don't know enough. You're stuck because you're in your own head. You're holding yourself back.
But I found so far, you don't necessarily want to make it as a YouTuber. You want to make YouTube as a tool to fuel your sole purpose, to fuel what you're doing. You're not being a YouTuber. You're using YouTube as a tool to get to another level of creativity, to engage with an audience where they help you and you help them. Part of that can be making money, but a lot of it is going to be from you deciding what your metrics are and not reducing yourself to a YouTuber. Trying to go viral and so on. Whereas there are pockets of people quietly doing quite well on YouTube. You do want to have some resolve and use longer term thinking, as pointed out by Myron Golden.
You can give up in any one of these phases if you don't have the foundational principle of resolve. What is resolve? Resolve is when you don't quit. I'm not going to quit. It's not that I don't feel like quitting. I'm just not going to. I'm not going to quit. It doesn't, I ain't feeling this right now, but what causes people to have resolve? Where does resolve come from? Resolve comes from, this is so good, I'm getting chills thinking about it. Resolve comes from belief that my outcome is going to be favorable. In other words, I believe it's going to work. Belief in a favorable outcome is where my resolve. Why do people quit? They quit as soon as they no longer have the ability to believe it's going to work.
Now, as we move along to the challenge, oftentimes it's like, oh, this isn't working. But as Myron Golden points out, it's always working.
But as soon as you feel like it's not going to work, you stop working on it. That's true for your business. That's true for your presentations. That's true for your websites. That's true for your webinars. That's true for your whatever. It's true for your sales calls. It's true for your building a YouTube channel. As soon as this isn't getting weird, this isn't working. And as soon as you feel like it's not working, you stop working on it. But the reason you feel like it's not working is because you've forgotten that all work works. And see, here's what I can realize. When it's not working for me, then it's working on me. Here's the question I have to answer for myself. Am I willing to allow the process to work, the boring process to work on me long enough for me to become the person for whom it can work?
So it either works for you or it's working on you. Either way, it's working. And that's part of the magic of the lens. It's a teacher, a guide, and a portal into your creative expression. Of course, grounding yourself in soul purpose, having some sort of why, a deep why, really allows you to show up on camera a lot more effectively. But you're still going forth and kind of borrowing delusionally from your future self. The other part of this is really having persistence and remembering that it's all about the layups. The boring things are what make it happen. And it's creating that boredom before it's there. It's recognizing that you're going to be creating videos every day. So creating a video is one of those boring things that you're doing. Boring things that you're doing, right? And it becomes, oh, okay, this is just what I do. Rather than, oh no, I'm on camera, and what am I going to say? Oh no, I have to have the right authority, I have to all the right stuff, blah, blah, blah. I have to do more, be more. No, you show up, and that's part of the creative process.
Foundational work is boring. When you're laying a foundation for something, here's the thing about the churning foundational work. It's the work you do as an entrepreneur before the paycheck shows up.
Even before you build a house, you have to believe that it's going to be there. You have to have the vision, the blueprint, and so on. That's delusional. I don't see a house there. Why do you think there's going to be a house there? Well, you're going through the process and build it. It doesn't look like a house. All it is a piece of concrete. Oh, you just got a few walls? Who cares? Where's the roof? Come on, what's going on? This isn't a house yet. What's going on? Like, it's the foundational elements where people look and don't see the final product. They don't see the final elements, and so they assume that it's not working and nothing's happening and so on. It's the boring stuff. It's the fundamentals. It's not always going to be exciting, but it is something that actually enriches your life and other lives as well. You're not doing this for the algorithm. You're doing it for you, and you're doing it for the people. And so when you recognize that, it's much easier. I mean, check this out.
He's like some middle-aged, older British dude who's really not good at making YouTube videos. And he puts out like 2 videos a week, and I've watched him blow up.
What is he talking about?
He picks out hyper-esoteric aspects of World War II. He's like, hello, today on Mark Felton Productions, we will discuss the handgun that changed the face of war from September 4 to September 19th, 1941. And it's 12 minutes. I'm like, fascinated. And he's like 2 million subscribers.
That's amazing.
His videos are all evergreen. And for me, it's like, it's indicative of the fact that like I'm interested in something very narrow. The idea that this adult historian was going to be able to find an audience like this on YouTube is preposterous, and he's wildly successful. So like that's what excites me about the platform is really narrow subjects are now connecting with their audiences. And when the audience went from being YouTube, this weird platform, to being the world, your narrow thing will reach its whole audience.
You can basically not be good at YouTube videos in the classic sense and yet still be able to reach your audience. I highly encourage you to jump in and join the challenge. It's free. You can check out the link in the description or the QR code that's here. And regardless of if you join the challenge just via email or within the school group, and get support. Fellow creators, it's a small group now, but it's ever growing, and we give each other support in getting your videos out there and making a difference. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.